Hey guys, and welcome to One Piece chapter 810. So this chapter really opens up with interesting opener. And what I mean is that, by the looks of things, we get to see the 2-year time skip appearance of Spadam and Rob Lucci. And if you don't know those guys, you guys should know those guys. They're the people from CP9. I don't know why they were doing on Dressrosa looking for weapons, but other than that, that opens up a big questions themselves. So it's because instantly, by opening up the first page of the chapter, you instantly see pretty much what looks like Spadam, and that you can easily tell that for Rob Lucci, because the fact that he's got his pigeon on his shoulder and the beard is the same as ever. So are they still part of Cypher Pole? Or because they've lost against Straw Hats, they were kicked out of CP9 because they couldn't keep up with, they lost to Pirates, and they're now doing their own thing. Because they were looking for the weapons in Dressrosa, and those weapons were gone because Sabo and the rest of the Revolutionary Army that were there on Dressrosa already took the weapons. And then it goes on to some bits about with the kingdom, with King Riku and Violet and everything, announcing some stuff about what's going to be happening within the kingdom. We got then the Tontatas. Yes, there was a little bit of Tontatas. Hopefully once they've done once they're gone, we won't see them anymore, Tontatas. And we saw the Grand Elder of the tribe Gansho, Tonta tribe of Gansho, with his daughter Mansheri, and we see all their plans of what they are trying to do for the plans for the kingdom and reincorporate the bond between each of the other kingdoms that they had before Doflamingo came. And we see Rebecca and Mansheri on the shoulder. So Rebecca and Balelux things and Kuros went back to the kingdom by the looks of things, because of the fact that they're there, and we get to see some new statues of Luffy and all the people that helped Luffy defeat Doflamingo, and they have now statues to represent them. Well, we've got more of a Luffy being in his like armor getup and his beard type thing. Next we get to the navies, and the navy's pretty much just talking about that Fujitora still wants to get the heads of Luffy and the Straw Hats, because it's his pride on the line here. Even though if he just went to Arcana, he wouldn't get much of a deep punishment than he should do. And then we saw, I think, one of the people who were with Garp and Sengoku, the old woman. I can't remember her name at this point in time. And she's watching over Doflamingo. And Doflamingo's just mentioning stuff about that, everything that he said he was going to do and stuff. And she's just going, well, it can't all come true, and he's just laughing and stuff like that, just being a little bit more curious about that, because he's all wrapped up in chains and everything likes that, so he's very tight up, and I think they're going to be heading to Impel Down, where he's going to be staying for that moment. So they've definitely got Doflamingo, and he's definitely chained up really well as well, and hopefully they're Sea Prism Stone chains, so that he won't be able to use his Devil Fruit powers as well. Of course it will be, they wouldn't not use the Sea Prism Stone and stuff. So that was an interesting thing. What he was saying was really interesting. I won't do a full-on quote of what he said, but it was a very interesting panel, and the art was really great of what was going on here. He mentioned about who's going to be taking over the pirate area, well, the underground or stuff like that, or something like that. Because he mentions who's going to rule the seas now: the Yonkos, the Shibukais, or the worst generation possible. And then we've got the Navy, and we've got the Revolutionary Army as well to boot. So who's going to rule the seas? And then some ships came that I think are Doflamingo ships. I don't really know for sure that if they are Doflamingo ships, but they're appearing at the Navy, and he's just smiling. But all in all, we just see a glimpse of what's probably going to be happening next. And then we see Barto Club. That's the name of Bartholomew's pirate crew. It's the Barto Club. And he named the ship the Going Luffy. This was no surprise to me. It was funny as hell. Just seeing Luffy as the marionette mast thing for the front of the ship, and a little Going Merry in the middle, because it looks like a replica Going Merry in areas, because it just looks hilarious how it is, and everybody just love it. As much as Barto is a Luffy fanboy, his whole crew's a Luffy fanboy, and probably each of his crew members are probably fanboys of each of the members of the Straw Hats, and they're part of the same crew, to make pretty much a Straw Hat Pirate fan club. But mainly Luffy, and all the 5,600 members of his crew have taken a Vivia card that Sabo made of Luffy, so that they know where to find them. Even Bellamy has one now for Luffy. So it looks like Bellamy is going to be working as part of the fleet of Straw Hat Fleet, as I'm going to be calling it, the Straw Hat Fleet. Was interesting at best. And then we get Luffy just saying how much the feast was great and stuff like that, and it was really, really funny. And then we get to the framed wanted posters. And this is where I want to get the talking about getting on. Because this is really, really the big, nice thing, because everybody had updated wanted posters. Everybody had updated wanted posters of photos, images and stuff like that. But one of them is the interesting one. And this is the thing, this is one of the interesting ones. So we get all the ones minus Law's, because Law's spelling has gone up to 500 million, but Bartholomew threw away because it's not a Straw Hat wanted poster, so it gets thrown. So I'll be reading out to you each of the members of the Straw Hats and everything now. So Luffy's bounty now is 500 million berries. It's now 5 million. So after Doflamingo, his bounty has shot up again into the millions and is now 500. And I'm really shocked. Whereas Zoro's has gone up to 320 million. Robin's has... Luffy still has somewhat of a new poster. Has somewhat of a similar pose as his old one, but it's a new poster. You can definitely tell it's a new poster, but in a similar way as his old one. He's smiling. Zoro has his bandana on and everything, so he's got a new one himself as well, and it still looks similar to his old one. Robin's got an updated version of her old one, but her hand's a bit more covered up with her in her mouth. But she's gone up to 130 million. Soga King's poster's got replaced with Usopp's, but with Usopp's, it's called God Usopp, and they're using him being out cold, nearly dead looking picture that was used for the reward thing for the game that Doflamingo made for Birdcage. And he's gone up to 2 million berries. Sanji is not that sketch anymore. Sanji actually has a proper photo of his face. But I will talk about Sanji's wanted poster a little bit more, because this might be something interesting that I might talk about as well, or made this video a little bit longer than it should be, but it's a little bit more of a question that I want to actually address and discuss here with you guys. Because his has gone up to 177 million. Yet again, Nami gets a sexy looking poster, just like her first one, but has a sexy looking poster again, and is attractive, yet again I would say, and she has gone up to 66 million berries, and Chopper's literally got an updated form that looks exactly like his old one, but with his new hat on him, and he's just gone up to an extra 50 berries. So now he's worth 100 million berries. I did forget Cyborg Frank has gone up to 94 million. This is the funny thing. The wanted poster look for Cyborg Frankie is the Frankie Shogun, and he's only gone up a small amount, and he hasn't even reached the hundreds yet. He's still just 94 million berries, whereas Usopp's 200. What I find kind of weird. Anyway, and then we get a poster of one of Brooks' concert posters. That's his wanted poster picture for Brooke, and he's gone to 83 million. But the thing that's curious about this chapter is on Sanji's wanted poster it says only alive. So I'm more curious about that. Is it because he's actually one of the royal family members and is meant to be part of Mary Jo's, or something, and they want him back or something like that? Because that's being really very curious into why out of all of the Straw Hat Pirates only Sanji is the only one with only alive on his poster. What really is giving me a question is what is up with Sanji? What has he done during those 2 years? Or what is his backstory? His full-on backstory as from when he was a kid? Because we got a glimpse of how he got rescued by Zeref as a child and everything. But when Zeref captured the boat he was working on. But we don't know much about Sanji's backstory in general. And it's something that I really want us to get to know. Because that post is giving us a lot of questions now. A lot of questions at the same time. It is bringing up a lot of questions. Why is his poster the only one with only alive on? What is his connection to any of this? What is his connection to Mary Jo's or to the Navy or to whatever? Is he related to anybody in Mary Jo's or the Navy or the Revolutionary Armies or anything like that? Because it's really, really interesting what's actually happening here. Because there's a lot of backstory left untold about Sanji, and it opens up those floodgates with that, and it really is. So anyway, before I start rambling on about this, what did you think about this week's chapter? Did you like it? Did you like the art? Did you like the drawing? Well, the art? Did you like the writing? Did you like that? And comment down below what your things, who Sanji is connected to and what his backstory is. Did you like the features of Rob Luce and Spadam back in the first page? And do you like all that? Comment down below in the comment section. If you want to discuss this, comment down below. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more, and like this video. I'll see you next time for another manga chapter anime episode review. Bye bye for now.